Welcome to True Crime Tuesday, where the truth is scarier than fiction. Each week, we dive deep into the darkest corners of human nature, exploring real-life crime cases, unsolved mysteries, and infamous killers. From chilling disappearances to horrifying serial crimes, these stories are as disturbing as they are true. So if you think you can handle the horror, stay tuned, because some of these cases are so terrifying, you may not sleep tonight. The Vanishing of the Black Dahlia, a chilling true crime mystery. It was a cold January morning in 1947 when the city of Los Angeles woke up to a nightmare. A young woman's body was found in a vacant lot, brutally mutilated and posed in a way that sent shockwaves through the nation. Her name was Elizabeth Short, but the world would come to know her as the Black Dahlia. I've always been drawn to unsolved mysteries, but this one haunts me. The sheer brutality of the crime, the cryptic clues left behind, and the fact that the killer was never caught. It's a puzzle that has consumed me for years, and tonight I'm going to take you deep into the heart of this chilling true crime story. Los Angeles in the 1940s was a city of dreams and nightmares. It was the era of Hollywood glamour, but beneath the glittering surface lay a dark underbelly of crime and corruption. Elizabeth Short arrived in the city with dreams of stardom, but her life would end in a way no one could have imagined. Elizabeth was 22 years old, with raven black hair and a smile that could light up a room. She was known for her striking beauty and her love of wearing black, which earned her the nickname Black Dahlia. But behind the glamorous facade, Elizabeth's life was far from perfect. She drifted from place to place, searching for something she could never quite find. On the morning of January 15th, 1947, a mother walking with her child stumbled upon a horrifying sight in a vacant lot on North Avenue. Elizabeth's body had been cut in half at the waist, her face slashed in a grotesque smile, and her body drained of blood. The killer had posed her with her arms above her head and her legs spread apart, as if to mock the investigators who would soon arrive. The crime scene was meticulously clean, with no fingerprints or footprints left behind. The only clue was a set of tire tracks leading away from the lot, but even those would prove to be a dead end. Elizabeth's last known movements are a blur of mystery and speculation. She was last seen alive on January the 9th, 1947, at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. Witnesses reported seeing her talking to a man in a dark suit, but no one could identify him. From there, the trail goes cold. What happened to Elizabeth in those 6 days between her disappearance and the discovery of her body? Did she trust the wrong person? Was she lured into a trap? The answers to these questions may never be known. The LAPD launched one of the largest manhunts in the city's history, but the investigation was plagued by false leads and dead ends. The killer taunted the police and the press, sending cryptic letters and even Elizabeth's personal belongings to the newspapers. One letter, sent to the Los Angeles Examiner, contained a note written in cut-out magazine letters. "Here are Dahlia's belongings. Letter to follow." The package included Elizabeth's birth certificate, photographs, and a small address book, but the promised letter never arrived. The Black Dahlia case became a media sensation. with newspapers and radio stations competing for the latest scoop. The public was both fascinated and horrified by the gruesome details, and the pressure on the LAPD to solve the case was immense. But as the days turned into weeks and then months, the lead dried up. The killer seemed to vanish into thin air, leaving behind only questions and a city gripped by fear. Over the years, dozens of suspects were questioned, but no one was ever charged with the crime. Some of the most notorious suspects included Dr. George Hodel, a prominent physician with a dark past. Hodel was later implicated by his own son, who claimed to have found evidence linking his father to the crime. Leslie Dillon, a conman and former mortician's assistant. Dillon was arrested but later released due to lack of evidence. Robert Manley, the last person to see Elizabeth alive. Manley was cleared after passing a polygraph test. But despite the numerous suspects, the case remained unsolved. Elizabeth's murder remains one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in American history. The killer's identity and motives are still a mystery, and the case continues to captivate true crime enthusiasts and investigators alike. But there's one question that haunts me more than any other. What if the killer is still out there, watching, waiting, and relishing in the chaos they created? The Black Dahlia's case is a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, but as long as there are those who seek the truth, the story of Elizabeth Short will never be forgotten. Who killed the Black Dahlia? The answer may be closer than we think. Thank you for joining me for this episode of True Crime Tuesday Stories. I'll see you next time as we continue to uncover the dark truths hidden in the shadows of everyday life.